Hello and welcome back. You are gaming with me, Brothgar, and today's recommendation comes from Davey Brewster. So Davey Brewster recommends a interesting flak launcher here. So let's go ahead and see what it's all about. He recommends that it is a hex barrel scuttle with rebounding laser sight flak and 3-round burst. So a variant of a weapon that I consider to be one of the best in the game. So this is using a laser guided system as opposed to just something that is a fire and forget system. And that's kind of an interesting dynamic to this weapon, and I'm going to be covering that a lot. Also, we're still using the scuttle rounds, which are very hard to avoid since they are on the ground and they do a good job of getting past a lot of damage, so it's hard to shoot them down. The other thing here is that it's also using rebounding. So rebounding and laser guidance system is kind of the whole key aspect of what he's going for here. And we're also just using standard slugs as well. Again, you could use pyro and make it even more powerful, but slug is the way we're going. So now Dave goes on here to say that what you can basically do is get a couple of rounds out there before you're even coming into, let's say it's domination or blitz. So these are all going around, and I should be able to redirect a few of those rounds. A few of them did come back. And the whole idea is that you can stack up more damage than you'd be able to do by just carrying those 6 rounds with you. Now, as you saw there, those rounds went absolutely everywhere, so they weren't really predictable, and they weren't really savable. And I'm just gonna have to break it down and figure out exactly when you can start reloading, right? So, I got all 6 out there. If I go into scope and click again, I'll start reloading. But only when the laser is actually showing up does it redirect. So it's a good way to kind of readjust if somebody was running. But the whole idea is that you can actually get these and just have them, you know, in the air. So now I'm reloading. And that's exactly what he's talking about. If you can get them kind of rolling like that, it'll extend the life of them, and you can really drop a ton of damage onto it. Now, it looked like that was kind of a key aspect there, having to shoot those up in the air. Give it enough life, because you can only bounce so many times. So, I don't know. Let's just test this out with an interesting scenario. Let's say the blitz flag is down here. Those 2 guys are on it, and I want to run in there and get some kills on them. So, what I could do is I could probably fire off these and blow myself up. So that obviously didn't work right there. But we're behind some stuff, so let me try this again. Seems like that's not working out for me. One more time, shall we? Alright, so that's reloading. Well, that didn't really follow exactly like what he was recommending. So let me go ahead and get hit again. Darn, those things are just going to keep flying around. But that's kind of an extra opportunity. You want to hit yourself, I suppose. Okay, we'll get 6 rolling over there. See if I can avoid hitting that guy. Nope, definitely just all toasted on him. I don't know. Obviously, being able to redirect the rounds is one thing. Being able to keep them alive long enough, though, that you can reuse them is an interesting thing. Now there, I was actually able to get just about all 6 onto him. So that actually worked out. For some odd reason, it seems to... It's a real trick there. A real trick. You can't just... You kind of got to be in a scenario where you're like, well, there's going to be an open area over here. So you're like, okay, 6 out. And now I'm into a contention where I'm actually going to be fighting over here. So I was able to bring back a few more rockets there. So it's able to stack up a lot more damage. So what he's saying there is actually possible. It's not real easy to do, but it is feasible. So now let's talk about just how quickly we can actually get down there to where we're re-aiming. So it seems like I can fire off all 6. If I unscope, rescope real quick, I can get a little bit of redirection before it's on there again. So there's going to be some mastery to this weapon, just understanding how it works. So I get a few going, and now I'm redirecting. I don't know. I obviously am not quite an expert on this, but I do see what he's going for. So it's an interesting concept that allows you to get even more damage into a single area. So let's go ahead and see how it works in some real matches here. Now the loadouts I'm going to be running here, I'm going to be running Gat's Broth, and then I'm going to be running Brewster Broth. On top of that, I'm also going to have the new Broth and Brewster Broth right there. I'm loving the name, by the way. I'm loving that Brewster Broth. Sounds cool. Be throwing a turret buddy on top there. That'll actually do pretty good if I were to even put it up on the flak launcher itself. I've already kind of covered that a few times. And then for the sake of it, I'm actually going to throw Brewster Broth and How about some heals? Some nice heals. Maybe even a spawn point. Just change it up a whole lot. Ooh, it looks like I'm getting an opportunity to vote on Blitz. That'll be an awesome opportunity because this is a weapon that is very good at Blitz. Drill Cavern at night. One of the most commonly played games for Blitz. I feel like their rotation isn't like fair to all the maps. Definitely seems to favor some over the other. Uh-oh. That's gonna be bad. Nope. Didn't work out for me. Is it just me and bots? Oh, buddy. I'm gonna need this launcher. I'm gonna need all of it. Alright, so let me get 6 out there. And I can redirect them to where they would be standing. That's a good way of using it. Yeah, there's a few over here. There, I'm just using it standard, the style. And now I'm just kind of redirecting it onto the enemy. Not good. Woo-hoo-hoo. I gotta be a one-man army today. Now, realistically, it's hard to plan out those 6 rounds. Obviously, it's just gonna work like a standard launcher for a while. Looks like I was able to capture that first flag right there. But I do have a friend now, so that's good. I was getting lonely there for a while. Alright, so this is a good opportunity to get those 6 rolling. Get that redirect working. However, it dropped it already on some bots. That'll do him in. Whoop, he's gonna come in with a flak launcher, that's not good. Yeah, I'm opting for the conventional use of flak launchers a whole lot. It's hard to plan it out in such a way that it's really gonna work for me. At least on this map. Here we go. Oh no, they're just coming back at me! There was nobody there, so that didn't work out for me. However, redirecting them, I might have been able to bring back some damage. It's hard to say. The old conventional wisdom seemed to be the right mode right there. Wasn't able to bring any of those back. It's hard to really know where they're going. Got it. Whew. Wow, I missed all that. No, there goes my kill streak. Bummer. I'm doing pretty good there. Yeah, you can taunt that one out if you really want. So I'm liking the weapon. I'm liking having the ability to redirect it. Okay, so we'll get a couple of them going down there. It's just really hard to plan it out, I'll give you that. Part of me is also saying, with the flak launcher, it's meant to kind of be a fire and forget and swap to a secondary weapon. And that's when you do your cleanup work. Because it's not a launcher that really does... Yeah, that would have been a good opportunity to fully test it right there. Ugh. See if I can bring it back. No, not able to. See, right there is when I should have just fired off my rounds, swapped on over to Gatsbroth, taken the guy out. But I didn't, because I was trying to learn a weapon. But okay, so that guy's in the spot I cannot hit. Ooh, grenade's not going to be good there. Oh, swapped it over now. Okay, this is when I really need this. Oh, and I messed it up. Elbow, elbow, elbow. Come on. Barely holding off that. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Able to sneak in that elbow right there. I might have bought my team just enough time, depending on what happens up here. Alright, so. Fire off them launches behind me. Get that flak rolling. Too chaotic to really be caring. This is where I really need to down that guy. It's already been downed. Whoops. Caught that grenade just barely. Okay. With the opportunity here. See, he's still above. And I don't know if this is the best map for a weapon of this style. We'll see. We'll get those 6 rolling. So they're maintained. Pfft, not really. They've just been used. Right there was kind of a cool one, because I was able to use it and redirect it while I was reloading it. Now this is where I should have just swapped on over. It's probably something that has a little bit something for shields. Working that elbow, trying to roll out of that explosion. Oh no, 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 no. There it is. Whew. Okay, let's see if I can redirect them. Come on. Come on back. Okay, there's a few more hunting down. The targets died. Not having a lot of opportunities where I really feel like I'm capitalizing on more than I would otherwise be doing. Oh, I stopped shooting to elbow and I should not have done that. Cost me my life right there. Darn it. That one was on me. There we go, that worked out. I mean, I understand his idea that it's just meant to be a real grand design where you just drop all this damage on the same time. But in this scenario here, it seemed to kind of... A couple of these rounds were able to maintain... maintain their existence in the world. And I was able to use them up. So it's kind of this exact same concept as Super Broth, which is basically the same build without lasers, but with sticky, so that they do stick around and you can use them again. So it's a different concept with the same idea, really. That is basically a flak launcher with rounds that stick around in the world that can be used otherwise. One's more of a fire and forget, the other's more hands-on. Is it a good weapon? Absolutely. You seen how much I've been wrecking around here? Woo! We are like ninjas, and I totally should not have given up on the elbow that early. So let's go ahead and swap this out to a turret buddy, just to see what a turret buddy would do with it. Because turret buddies are pretty good at redirecting, even though they're reloading. It's a good thing to know, right? Yeah, we're gonna lose this one. Come on back. Yeah, chase him down. Ooh, that made some good use there. Although he had a really sweet grenade that he ended up throwing out there. But gained an opportunity from the flak launcher, even though that's not really the best time to use a flak launcher. When somebody's just on the run on the ground like that. Okay. Ugh. Look at that flak launcher go. Oh, it's dead. I'm dying a lot more on this second half of the game. Of course, they got some better players that are in the game now. You can just kind of tell. Once you play the game enough, you can kind of tell who's at what level. Not necessarily based on their weapons, but how they move in the game. It's got that move to them. Throw down that turret. Make some good use of it. Yeah. It's not really working as well. This is gonna be more helpful. And don't ask me how I'm jumping like this. Just part of the loadout physics. Where are you at? Cannot get on that flag. Gonna have to. Get them health packs going. Woo! Some people like to taunt on the flag to get it to move a little faster. I've always found that to be an opportunity where they can kill you and then you don't survive as long. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it, but if you know you got the opportunity, you can sure make use of it. What's up, bro? Cat's broth. Oh, how'd I end up with one round on that? So much flak. A lot of people throw sticky rounds of their own style on the top of the flag. It doesn't really work too well for you when it's your sticky, because all somebody else has got to do is activate it and then you die because you get hit by your own rounds. So I don't really recommend it. Really need to be on this point right now. Ah! I rolled into the grenade. This is a pretty tight group going on here. These people are good. Oh, here comes my team in there. Oh, these rebounding rounds are so dangerous. Oh, there it went. It like blew up and detonated on myself. Oh man, I could have won that. It looks like we had a spawn change though. Alright, now that everybody's back away from the thing. Yeah, there it is. Woo! A smidgen of health left on that one. I tell you what, Davy Brewster, I'm liking it. It's definitely, it's a little bit more interesting than the sticky one just because of all the bounces and stuff that's going on with it. Ah! And I'm sticking around with it in my hands too much because I'm trying to get more of those rounds off. But I'm even then, I'm really not doing that. it just seems too chaotic. If I can set it up right? I don't know. Takes too much thinking. Probably pretty good for domination though, because that's a little less chaotic. This would be a good opportunity for it. There it is. Woo! Good job. All right, I'm definitely liking it, Davey Brewster. Thanks for the recommendation. If you guys also have a weapon that you want me to try out or a full loadout, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below, and if I got the bloats to do it, I'll give it a shot for you. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Peace. Brothgar out.